First they came for your free speech, and then they came for your homes. I'm absolutely livid today, ladies and gentlemen, because once again, the Labour Party has put two fingers up to the British. What is going on? Well, Angela Rayner has decided to scrap plans to limit social housing applications to long-term British residents. That's right, we can't give any priority to people who are actually born in this country, apparently, because that is racist. Labour has ended plans that Michael Gove had to introduce a UK connection test, which would limit social housing to people who have been resident here for at least 10 years, which seems perfectly reasonable and a good part of the solution, Angela Rayner and Keir Starmer, I hope you're listening as well, to the problem that we have at the moment, which is that people are out on the streets rioting because they feel like they, as Brits, have been completely ignored and forgotten by their own government, and that people who were not born in this country are given priority over them. They feel like second-class citizens in Britain. I feel like one of the least things that you could do is give people who were born in Britain a little bit of priority for social housing. Look at London. In London, practically half, I think it's about 48% of social housing is lived in by people who were foreign born, not born in Britain. I'm not sure about that. If there was the case that there was tons of social housing to go around and there was no shortage, all right, maybe. However, there are long waiting lists and we do not have enough homes in this country. I think when we've got scarce resources, maybe we should prioritise the Brits a little bit. Now, there is another story that is the cherry on top, which probably angers me even more than this one, which I'll get to in a moment. But let's just see some of the explanation of this. This is from the Telegraph. So what's going on at the moment? So the current position is that people from abroad, they've got to have an immigration status with recourse to public funds, such as being eligible for access to benefits in order to qualify for social housing. Now, this includes refugees who have had their asylum applications approved, as well as migrants who have been granted indefinite leave to remain. So that's right, you can come here on a dinghy, have your asylum application approved, they approve nearly every single one of them, and straight away get your access to social housing. They're not going to prioritise the Brits. We think that everyone from the world gets absolutely equal treatment. And it doesn't matter if you're a Brit who was born in this country, paid taxes in this country all your life and contributed to our society and British culture all your life. Doesn't matter, apparently, according to the Labour Party. Now, this is a problem because we could see a huge surge in applications for social housing from people who have come across here on small boats, because the Labour government is planning to do a fast track of the backlog of applications and do a fast track of the asylum applications of the 90,000 illegal migrants who had been earmarked for deportation to Rwanda. Let's be honest, they're just going to approve every single one of them because that's how they can deal with the problem quickly. Just give a big tick to everyone on that list so you don't have to actually vet them properly and figure out exactly what the situation is, because that would take a long time. And it is expected, this is what the Telegraph is reporting, that 2/3 of them will be granted the right to remain, meaning that they could then qualify to apply for social housing. This isn't right, ladies and gentlemen, when we already have a huge housing crisis. But it gets worse. It gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. It gets worse. Labour decision to drop plan to ban terrorists from social housing branded disgraceful. That's by the words of Priti Patel. This is absolutely insane, guys. Have a look at this. Earlier this year, spelling mistake by the Telegraph there, they need to sort that out. Earlier this year, the Conservatives, when still in government, announced plans to block terrorists with unspent convictions from claiming social housing unless absolutely necessary to uphold national security. Okay, sounds pretty reasonable that we're not going to give a bunch of free handouts and housing to terrorists. Seems reasonable to me. I don't know about you guys. Tell me in the comments. Do you think it's reasonable to stop terrorists from getting a bunch of handouts from the state. But oh no, the Labour Party don't like the idea of that. They say Labour had revealed it had scrapped the proposals just weeks after the election, with Minister Matthew Pennycock confirming that the government had no plans to deliver the reforms. Okay, so we saw Priti Patel on our screens earlier. What did she have to say? Dame Priti added, "As our brave police forces battle violent thugs in the midst of riots on our streets, it is disgraceful that the Housing Secretary is prepared to put the interests of violent criminals and terrorists ahead of decent, hard-working British families." Quite right. This is genuinely insane that the Labour Party are so soft that they think it's mean to stop terrorists from being given social housing. They're terrorists! We shouldn't be giving them any handouts, any reward for living in our country. If you're a terrorist, you should be locked up. You shouldn't be being given handouts. This is genuinely insane. The Labour Party are so soft. This is not the party that is going to have the willpower and the conviction to smash the gangs, as they say, and take a tough stance on illegal migration. They're so soft, it's unbelievable. And we know that they're soft because already the boats are rolling in. They were celebrating in Calais when they got the general election result, because they were so happy that soft Starmer was now in power, because they know that they can get away with their boat crossings now and they don't need to worry anymore. They don't need to worry about Rwanda or anything else, because the Labour Party, well, I mean, their Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper, she holds up refugees welcome signs and they're going to let them all in. And they're in hot water today because we had 703 migrants cross into the UK waters on 11 boats yesterday. That is a lot of people. And that is a lot of people crammed on each boat if you do the maths there. Very perilous journey. Very dangerous. Should not be happening. But the Labour Party claim they're going to smash the gangs. Well, when are you going to do it then? We haven't seen any progress on it. You've been so preoccupied with taking away our free speech and scrolling through Twitter looking for anybody that posts a video of a riot or maybe gets their facts wrong from time to time. You're so preoccupied with that you've forgotten about smashing the gangs, haven't you? I don't think that they're going to even bother. And if they do bother, I don't think it's a very good plan, because you smash one gang and another one emerges. The gangs in northern France, they have changed a lot over the years. There have been certain nationalities and groups involved in the gangs for some time. Then things have changed and a different group of people have run gangs. It's changed a lot over time. The gangs, they adapt to new regulations and whatnot. If the regulations go up, they just charge a heftier price for a more specialist service to cross the channel. They're not going to have any luck smashing the gangs. They need to turn the boats around in the sea. This is not good news, people. The Labour Party is absolutely crashing and burning after only just over a month in office. They're taking away our free speech, they're taking away our homes, and they are certainly not securing our borders. I don't know about you guys, but I'm worried about what is to come over the next few years. I don't think there is any chance of the Labour Party doing anything to actually address the underlying causes of the riots and disorder that is going on now, because we know that the underlying causes are deep, deep grievances held by many British people about mass migration and its impact on communities, especially where people have not integrated into society properly and they're fed up of being treated as second-class citizens. And when we see that they're going to scrap plans to prioritise Brits for social housing, we know that Labour are not heading in the right direction. Scary times, people. I'm Chloe Dobbs. This has been another video for Reasoned. Please make sure you are subscribed to our channel and you press the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos, because we are going to be keeping you updated on all the chaos under Starmer's premiership. I will see you soon.